The art of quiet dignity. Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to win the heart of a monarch who had seen it all? It wasn't a single grand gesture or a headline-grabbing entrance that captured Queen Elizabeth II's unwavering devotion. Instead, Princess Catherine mastered the most difficult royal art form of all, the beauty of being consistently, remarkably dependable. While the world was looking for a fairy tale explosion, Catherine was quietly building a bridge of trust, brick by humble brick. She didn't just join the firm, she became its heartbeat by showing up with a grace that felt both ancient and refreshingly sincere. By choosing duty over drama, she proved to the Queen that the future of the crown wasn't just in capable hands, but in a soul that genuinely cherished the weight of the legacy. But this kind of trust forms quietly through choices made when no one is watching. In a world of rigid protocol, she learned exactly when to step forward and when to step back. These weren't headline moments, but they were decisive ones. Let's look at the situations that mattered most, and why they carried far more weight than the world ever realized. Number 18. The First Meeting Alone, 2008. Princess Catherine's first private encounter with Queen Elizabeth II did not happen in a palace or under formal ceremony. It took place quietly, at Peter Phillips's wedding, when Prince William was away on duty. She entered the room without a title, without protection, and without instructions, only unspoken rules. This was an early test few noticed. Instead of trying to impress, Catherine listened. She observed. She followed the rhythm of the room. In royal life, that restraint matters. Trust often begins not with words, but with knowing when not to speak. Number 17. The Sandringham Walk, a public test. The first Christmas walk at Sandringham may look routine, but it is anything but simple. Cameras, crowds, and centuries of expectation converge in a single moment. For a new royal, every gesture is measured. Catherine approached it with quiet warmth, polite greetings, composed posture, no overcorrection. She didn't rush intimacy or appear distant. She matched the moment exactly as it was. That balance is rare. And in a family where tradition is non-negotiable, calm under scrutiny becomes a signal. This is someone who can be trusted in public view. Number 16. Legacy patronages handed over. Royal patronages are not symbolic gifts, they are responsibilities earned over time. Catherine proved her readiness long before she inherited roles once held by Queen Elizabeth II herself. Through repeated engagements and consistent tone, she showed she could carry serious work without creating problems that needed fixing later. When she stepped into legacy patronages like the Royal Photographic Society in Wimbledon, it wasn't sudden, it was earned. In the Queen's world, handing over long-held duties is an act of confidence. It says, the standard will be protected. Number 15. The Blanket Moment, quiet ease. In 2019, Catherine and Queen Elizabeth II attended an engagement at King's College London, just the two of them. No buffer, no senior royal safety net. That alone spoke volumes. Catherine handled the day with natural confidence, following protocol without drawing attention to herself. Then came a small, unscripted moment, the shared blanket in the car. No performance, no awareness of cameras, just ease. Those moments cannot be staged. And in royal life, comfort without calculation is one of the clearest signs of genuine trust. Number 14. Weighty Katie. Choosing silence. For years, tabloids tried to provoke a reaction with the Weighty Katie narrative. Many expected a response. Catherine never gave one. No interviews, no corrections, no public resentment. She stayed focused and carried on. That silence was strategic, not passive. The monarchy survives on stability, not rebuttals. By refusing to turn pressure into noise, Catherine showed she could absorb scrutiny without destabilizing the institution. In royal terms, that restraint is powerful. It marks someone safe enough to be trusted with greater visibility and greater responsibility. Number 13. Wimbledon. Precision under pressure. Wimbledon blends tradition, global attention, and strict protocol. It is not a place for improvisation. Year after year, Catherine treated it as duty, not celebrity. Her consistency measured reactions, respectful engagement, and unwavering composure never shifted, regardless of cameras. Millions were watching, and that was exactly the point. The Queen valued safe hands, especially when the spotlight is brightest. Catherine proved she wouldn't chase moments, she would protect them. In a monarchy built on image, that reliability is invaluable. Number 12. The homemade chutney. For her first royal Christmas, Catherine gave Queen Elizabeth II a homemade chutney using her grandmother's recipe. It was a quiet choice, personal but not performative. In an environment filled with formality, the gesture carried warmth without expectation. It said gratitude, not ambition. When it was reportedly served the next day, it sent a subtle message. The effort was received. Trust is often built in small, human moments, and sometimes sincerity speaks loudest when it is offered without ceremony. Number 11. Overseas tours, royal discipline. Early overseas tours are among the most demanding tests in royal life. You are no longer representing yourself, you are carrying the crown into another country. Every word, every gesture, every pause matters. Catherine approached these tours with discipline rather than flair. Her speeches were measured, her body language calm, her diplomacy precise. She never chased headlines or viral moments. Instead, she focused on people and protocol. That restraint didn't go unnoticed. When international attention passes without controversy, trust quietly grows. And in royal terms, that kind of steadiness is priceless. Number 10. Leicester 2012, a full day of duty. A full official day alongside the monarch is where trust is truly tested. There are countless chances for small missteps to become large problems. In 2012, Catherine joined Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip in Leicester, navigating an entire schedule of engagements with composure. She listened carefully, interacted naturally, and never overreached. Nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt forced. That ease mattered. When duty unfolds smoothly, it signals preparation behind the scenes. Trust is built when presence feels effortless, especially when standing beside the most experienced figures in royal life. Number 9. The Foundling Museum. Doing the work. Titles alone don't earn respect, in royal life commitment does. When Catherine became patron of the Foundling Museum, she didn't simply accept the role and move on. She showed up. She listened. She engaged with the history and purpose of the institution. That hands-on approach sent a clear message. She was comfortable not just with visibility, but with responsibility. In the palace, this matters deeply. Patronages are not collected, they are carried. And when that work is done quietly and consistently, greater trust naturally follows. Number 8. The Chelsea Garden, a quiet vote of confidence. When Catherine designed her Chelsea Flower Show garden, the trust-building moment wasn't the project itself, it was who came to see it. Queen Elizabeth II's visit spoke volumes. It was a subtle endorsement, not a public announcement. Catherine guided the Queen through the space with humility, never turning the focus onto herself. She wasn't just participating in royal life, she was contributing something thoughtful and purposeful. Moments like this don't come from obligation, they come from confidence. And in royal life, confidence is rarely offered lightly. Number 7. Heads together. A sensitive mission. Mental health is a modern issue, but it is also one of the easiest to mishandle publicly. Catherine understood that immediately. Through the Heads Together campaign, alongside Prince William and Prince Harry, she chose a careful, respectful tone. The focus remained on helping people, not making statements. That balance is difficult, especially under public scrutiny. Yet she managed it without pulling the monarchy into controversy. Relevance, paired with restraint, is a rare skill. And proving you can handle emotionally charged topics safely earns lasting trust. Number 6. Children's Mental Health Week, showing up again. Trust doesn't grow from one appearance, it grows from returning. Catherine demonstrated this through her continued support of Children's Mental Health Week. Year after year, she stayed engaged, reinforcing the same message with care and consistency. She didn't move on when the cameras did. That repetition mattered. In royal life, it signals responsibility rather than trend chasing. The Queen valued follow-through, especially on issues involving children and long-term well-being. When commitment is sustained quietly over time, it becomes clear this is someone the institution can rely on. Number 5. The diary that never faltered. One of the strongest signals of trust in royal life is also the simplest: consistency. Catherine's public diary didn't explode overnight, it grew steadily, carefully, and without disruption. Engagement after engagement, she showed the same calm presence, the same respectful listening, the same measured tone. No dramatic reinventions, no sudden disappearances. That reliability mattered. In the Queen's world, charisma can be unpredictable, but consistency is reassuring, and when someone proves they will show up on quiet days as well as important ones, it becomes easier to rely on them with more responsibility. Trust deepens when duty feels dependable, not performative. Number 4. State banquets. Precision without spotlight. State banquets are among the most unforgiving settings in royal life. Protocol is exact, expectations are high, and the room offers no margin for error. Catherine approached these occasions with careful preparation and quiet confidence. She followed the standard precisely, without trying to stand out or reinterpret the moment. That restraint spoke volumes. These events are not about personality, they are about representation. When Catherine moved through those rooms with calm grace, she showed she understood that distinction. And when someone can protect the crown's image under the brightest lights, trust naturally follows. Number 3. Trooping the color. Yearly proof. Trooping the color happens every year, and that is exactly why it matters. Repetition reveals reliability. Catherine approached each appearance with the same steady rhythm, correct etiquette, composed presence, and a reassuring sense of calm. There were no variations designed to attract attention. No shifts in tone, just consistency. These moments are not one-off performances, they are recurring tests, and when someone meets them year after year without misstep, the message is clear: the institution is safe with them. Trust, after all, is built through repetition that never falters. Number 2. Balcony moments. Quiet unit. Balcony appearances may seem effortless, but they are among the most scrutinized moments in royal life. Posture, expressions, and family unity are examined worldwide. Catherine handled these moments with composed ease, never drawing focus in the wrong direction, never appearing unsettled. That calm was consistent, and consistency on the balcony matters because it symbolizes stability. These are frames that cannot be rehearsed or faked. The more Catherine demonstrated that quiet steadiness, the more she proved she could carry the monarchy's most symbolic moments without disrupting their meaning. Number 1. The wedding day. Grace under the greatest pressure. If there was ever a defining test of trust, it was Catherine's wedding day. The world was watching. Expectations were immense. And yet nothing felt chaotic. Nothing felt self-serving. She honored tradition, respected symbolism, and carried the moment with composed dignity. That steadiness mattered far beyond the ceremony itself. It showed the Queen that Catherine could withstand extraordinary pressure without losing her sense of role or responsibility. In royal life, that ability is rare, and it is why this moment remains the clearest signal of trust earned not through spectacle, but through grace. A legacy of trust. Trust is not something that can be inherited. It is built slowly, through small decisions repeated over time. Looking back from number 18 to number 1, we don't just see the rise of a princess, we see the formation of a bond grounded in discipline, respect, and steady commitment. Queen Elizabeth II left behind an extraordinary legacy, along with a clear example of what it means to entrust the future of the crown. Catherine did not seek to shine for herself. Instead, she chose to protect the values the Queen held most dear. That quiet choice mattered. In an era defined by constant change, Catherine's patience and composure became her strength. They turned her into a figure of reassurance, someone the institution could rely on when stability mattered most. Trust is the invisible thread that connects a proud past to a hopeful future, and Catherine holds that thread not loudly, but firmly. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you appreciate stories of grace, restraint, and quiet strength, don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue exploring the royal moments that shaped history.